do, my gente? Your boy's coming through once again with a new video. And hope that you have a wonderful day today. I wish nothing but the best to you and your loved one. With this being said, man, let's go to the latest CDCR news. So there was an attempt on a peace officer in the prison of Pelican Bay State Prison, man. For those who know, there's the infamous Pelican Bay. It got super famous because when they had the shoe over there with the big names in the shoe, and they had the level 4 right next to it, had hard politicking. You know what I mean? It got super dangerous. But eventually, as they closed down that level 4, that prison was dangerous. Of course, to this day, it remains part of that prison is the shoe, but just the names itself carries weight because of back in the day. But again, now it's mostly level 2s, and it's not like it used to be. So when you hear the homies say, "Oh, I came from Pelican Bay," dude, you just came from a level 2. It's not like it used to be. So on August 24 of 2024, this year, right, at around 6:35 p.m., an inmate by the name of Devon Price, I hope I pronounced that name right, man, was being escorted, right? He was being escorted. He wasn't in the shoe. He was in a restricted housing unit, and he was being escorted back to his cell. So what happened? Somehow, some way, he managed to get off his handcuffs, and he got on an officer, and he had a manufactured weapon that he made in his cell, assuming, right? But of course, he struck the officer in the head a couple times, and then he went for the body. Being that the officer most likely hit the alarm, or his partner up in the tower saw what was going on, they called the alarm. Other officers came in and helped the officer. Eventually got the inmate under control, and of course gave him the ass whooping of his life. And once they checked, it was actually 2 puncture wounds on the vest, but it didn't go through. It didn't go through. Thank God, it didn't go through. He's got of course, there's his head suffer injuries and stuff like that. And after that, they took the officer to the medical outside on the streets and they offer some kind of counseling to them because so what happened? How can the inmate get off his handcuffs? Let's just talk about that. There's 2 situations why. Let me just explain to you what kind of handcuffs there's in the shoe. The handcuffs they're supposed to give you in the shoe are the ones that are has a waistband. So it's a chain. There's they put around your waistband, and each hand stays on each side of your body. So to get off those handcuffs, man, super difficult. It's almost impossible, but maybe there's been people who have gotten out of those handcuffs, man. But it's almost impossible. Why? Because if you only got one hand, and trying to do what you're doing with one hand is very difficult. Now, in other places, like in a regular prison, sometimes they put the handcuffs behind your back, right? Which those are more easy to get off, because all you have to do is just get a key, and you just click on it and take it off, right? So we don't know what happened in this situation, man. They could be different scenarios where sometimes the same officer, because of whatever reason, could be by mistake or because he wanted to, he doesn't tie up those handcuffs, basically to give you a chance to pull out your hand and do what you have to do, right? So I'm not going to speculate on that, but those are what the things that could happen, right? So let's talk about Mr. Price. Mr. Price, 33. He's been busted since 2017. And he was sentenced to life in prison, right? With the possibility of parole. So he's going to have the chance of going home at one time. But trick on this. This is not the first time that Mr. Price actually got into this situation. Actually, he got a conviction in 2022, man. And he got sentenced to 4 years, 4 months for battery on a non-prisoner. What this means? This means that he did something to a staff or an officer, right? He did something to those guys, and it was so serious that he got 4 years. Of course, I'm gonna tell you one thing about this: if you're in the shoe with this type of charges, you're gonna get it. Not every officer is gonna get on your back like that, but the ones they know why you're in the back, they might give you a hard time. Maybe, only maybe, this was the reason why he did what he had to do. People got him mad, and he felt like he had to do that, which is not the right way to go about it. But some people feel like this is the only way, right, to express their frustration. So, with this being said, man, we do hope that the officer is doing okay, man. That his family is right by himself, by his side, And, once again, a job as a correctional officer is not easy. Nobody says it's easy, man. Not to put respect for those guys, man, who put themselves, right, on harm's way to earn some money, which I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but it's pretty good money with very good benefits, right? Well, like I said, the more money that comes, the more you spend, and sometimes it goes all south. But yeah, hopefully everything's good with him. Let's think about his family. That officer is your family member, man, and you see that your family member went to work, and then he almost lost his they say he almost got unalive. It was scary. You don't want him to go over there and maybe go through it again. Maybe this time he's not gonna make it, right? So it's those little things that we have to think about that affect those family members from the officer. Could be the mom, the wife, their kids, and stuff like that. It is something big that maybe for me, it might be something, okay, it is what it is, right? But the reason I'm saying that is because I'm used to seeing stuff like that. We normalize that, which is not good. It's part of the what we've been through. We normalize a lot of violence, But for somebody who's not used to this is a big deal, man, and it is a big deal. Honestly, it is a big deal. You know what I mean? Just to think about. It's just the fact that he's good. He's with good health, man. Does the best thing, and hopefully he comes back and don't take it off on other inmates, because we see this a lot from officers who go through something big and they try to take it off on the inmates, which also happens from the inmates' part when they go through something bad with the cops. They try to take it with all the cops. It goes the same way, man. Again, shout out to the officer, man. Not because he has a badge or had a CDC number. It doesn't mean that one is less than the other one. We, at the end of the day, we are equal in the sense that we're human beings. We got families, and our families want the best for us, man. So with this being said, man, I wish nothing but the best for all of you, and take care.